Disneyland has the slogan, "the happiest place on earth," but you won't find much joy in Mickey's adventure through the Magic Kingdom. This evocative trip through Disney's hallowed history offers clever twists to the characters and imagery that have become ingrained in the popular consciousness. But these artistic touches are not enough to salvage the rest of this dour experience. A number of fundamental design flaws derails this colorful adventure before it ever has a chance to get going. Sloppy controls and a woeful camera continually stand in the way of your progress, but it's the preponderance of dull objectives that smothers any whiff of enjoyment. Epic Mickey uses nostalgia to suck you into this world, but its reliance on antiquated gameplay is what makes it such a difficult game to endure. The one element in Mickey's repertoire that separates this from other games in the genre is a magic paintbrush that has the power to create or destroy specific objects. This is a neat idea and does lead to a number of interesting puzzles. For instance, you can remove a piece of mountain to find hidden treasure inside, or paint a bridge so you can cross a dangerous lake. But even though this feature can be cool at times, there isn't nearly enough freedom in how you use it. You can only interact with specific objects, and it's not always clear what you can and cannot spray. More troubling is the lack of permanence. Every time you exit and re-enter an area, all of your hard work is erased. So even if you paint every object into existence, it disappears as soon as you leave the screen. Furthermore, your aiming cursor isn't always accurate, which means you have to line up your shot multiple times before the ink hits the right spot. This cool concept loses its impact as soon as you realize its limitations. Unfortunately, Mickey's Magic Paintbrush is the only gameplay element that is actually unique. The rest of the game is a tired retread of countless games that have come before it. Your objectives are particularly stale. In each location you visit, there are characters you talk to who give you tasks to complete, but these boil down to tired fetch quests that are incredibly dull and time-consuming. It's a boring experience that is further hampered by the bland 2D platforming levels between each section. The first time you play one of these levels, it's a treat because it looks like an old Disney cartoon. But the level design and controls are so antiquated that they aren't any fun to play. And once you slog through the same level a half dozen times, you'll wish you could just skip these portions entirely. When you're not traipsing from one point to the next, there's combat to take part in, but this has issues as well. You can perform a spin attack to stun your foes, but you need to use your brush to finish the job. Mickey has a choice to either convert enemies to his side or by spraying them with paint, or dissolve them with thinner. But this simple option isn't as easy as it sounds. Certain enemies cannot be converted at all, and it's difficult to remember what enemies are susceptible to in the middle of battle. But even if you just use thinner all the time, combat still isn't any fun. You have to spray an enemy for quite a while before you defeat it, which is not only tedious, but it's challenging when a bunch of enemies are chasing you down and you need to fight them all off at once. Battles consist of you running around and spraying anything that moves while you desperately try to get the camera to focus on what you want. Epic Mickey has so many issues that once you overcome one thing, there are half a dozen more problems beating you down. Imprecise controls and boring objectives make progress a chore, and a troublesome camera ensures you won't even be able to see where you need to go half the time. It's a shame the gameplay is so frustrating in Epic Mickey, because the story and visuals give you a solid incentive to play, but it's not worth the effort. Every gameplay scenario is fraught with problems, and there are very few good moments to look forward to after enduring all the lousy parts. Epic Mickey shows that even a good implementation of a cherished license can't overcome an abundance of fundamental design flaws.